Abbott Diagnostics is a $3 billion global healthcare company in vitro diagnostics. We've got over 12,000 employees worldwide, 80 of those right here in Australia and New Zealand. If you believe negotiating is at the core of whether a business succeeds or fails, Scotwork provides the core model that makes that process very efficient and very effective. Since we've had Scotwork in place, we seem to be able to conclude negotiations in a manner that creates a win-win for both parties and has everybody walking away from the table feeling good about themselves. Interestingly enough, I learned about Scotwork from a client of ours. It is unusual that a client would refer you to a negotiating expert or even a practice that they use themselves, but it just goes to show you that Scotwork actually preaches that the better that you understand the principles of negotiation, your client understands those same principles, the smoother the negotiation is.
Greg's been able to use Scotwork as far more than a training provider. He's worked with us as business partners to help incorporate the lessons, the approach, the terminology into part of the corporate DNA for Abbott.
It's always tough to have an entire sales team follow a standard process, but what Scotwork gave us was a consistent approach with consistent language that we could use across the team that allowed us to understand the specific activities that we're involved in and where we stood within the negotiation itself. The Scotwork workshop days are they're really great. I've been through them a few times now. A lot of fun, great staff. The day leads off with a little bit of theory, a very little bit, and then straight into the practice. It's a structured learning environment that really expedites the learning process and allows you to walk away from just a 2 or 3 day period with a vastly improved set of skills when you're sitting at the negotiating table. We walk in with a structured approach. We have a list of items that we call a wish list that prepare us for effective trading with the client. It allows the sales reps to have a certain set of autonomy or empowerment when they're across the table.
Their clients are now seeing a consistent engagement model, better management of information, better questioning, better deal outcomes for both sides.
Since we adopted the Scotwork model, we modified our customer contracts to call out specific items that previously had gone uncharged, things that we'd included in the price of our instrument in the past, and if you will, were comped at no charge. We isolated and unbundled those in our contract and forced the negotiation to occur around those items. Scotwork is a big investment, but I could say it's absolutely worth it. The investment we made, we recovered that in the first negotiation that we had. I'd say that our investment turnover on Scotwork has resulted in a turn of about 50 times per year.